Hi, I'm Matt Wilson and I'm here to talk to you about teaching in practice, or TiP. I graduated from Deakin in 2014, and in my final year when I was doing my masterclass, I had the opportunity to do my masterclass in a firm through the teaching in practice program. And I think it's probably one of the most valuable opportunities I had at Deakin. For my masterclass project, I wanted to design a hospital. I was quite interested in healthcare architecture, and I thought that would be a really interesting challenge to explore in my final year. However, when I was talking to some of the lecturers at Deakin, they were a little bit concerned because it's quite a specialist field. And when I found out about the teaching and practice program, I realised that one of the firms actually specialised in this area. And it was through that I was able to actually design the hospital for the project. I was also really interested in the TiP program because it gave an opportunity to work in an office environment. And finally, I saw it as something that would really challenge and stretch me. Something a bit out of my comfort zone, but something that would potentially really extend my learning. So there were 13 students in total that applied to do the program in my year. So that basically meant 2 per firm. So there was around about 6 firms that were involved. The firm that I was at was called Billard Lease Partnership. They had a specialty in large-scale and healthcare architecture, along with a whole lot of other things. At our firm, each of us had a designated project architect that supervised our project right from the start. And we also had about 2 to 3 graduates and students that were also involved who worked at the practice. We'd come into the office one day a week on a Friday. We had a design review in the morning, over lunch, and at the end of the day. And the end of the day review often went as long as an hour and had the whole team there, so it could have been up to 7 to 8 architects that were looking at our work. We were then throughout the day working on our own projects in the office, particularly focusing on design because we had a lot of input around us. Of course, they put us on a desk in the middle of the office, which was a bit confronting at first, but it was actually great because it meant that people walked past and it gave an opportunity to have conversations about the project. Throughout the trimester, we also had combined TiP design review as part of the masterclass process, which is a great way to catch up with others in the program and to see how others were finding their experience. The program was invaluable in extending my design thinking and learning in my final year project at Deakin. It provided exposure to specialised and current knowledge, including design trends, innovations and pioneering areas of the industry. It also gave exposure to a working office environment. They were literally designing the real thing behind us, which was pretty exciting because I hadn't ever worked in a firm before. And finally, it pushed and stretched me. I had many eyes looking at my work every week, questioning and suggesting ideas. There were definitely some challenges. It was confronting to have professionals looking at your work, critiquing your work, and I found this a little bit challenging at first. However, I began to see how rewarding it is to get that sort of critique, and I'm so glad that I had that opportunity. It pushed my design thinking. I had to keep questioning my ideas throughout the process, and I also had to keep articulating my ideas, which really helped to clarify the main idea behind my project. It was also challenging being in an environment where I had to produce work on the spot. We literally would sit down at our desk for the day, and we had to get some work done so that we could have any kind of discussion at the end. And this is challenging, but it really helped me to be efficient with my time and use it well. I was also invited to do a practice presentation to the whole office before my final one at Deakin. And this was pretty nerve-wracking, but it was a really worthwhile experience, and it really helped a lot in preparing the presentation at the end. The experience opened up a lot, and I guess particularly I ended up getting a job at the firm at the end, which was a great blessing. But aside from that, I think it was great preparation for the workforce. I see it as kind of like a bridge between uni and work. And I think it was one of the best opportunities I had at Deakin. I would strongly recommend applying to do TiP. It's hard work. It will push you, it will challenge you, it will force you to really question and think about your design process. But it is an incredibly rewarding opportunity, and I would encourage you to take it up.